One of the biggest complaints that I get from my clients is that they have less and less energy as they age. So today, I'm gonna give you some tips on how to increase energy even as you're getting older. When it comes to energy, there are 3 letters that you need to remember: ATP. ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. You see, our bodies have to produce ATP in order to function. We cannot store ATP, so we have to make it constantly every second of every day as long as we live. The area that we make ATP in is called the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So in order to increase our energy, we need to increase our mitochondria. We need to increase its size, we need to increase the amount of them, and we need to increase their efficiency. I'm gonna give you 5 to 6 tips so that you can begin to 1, increase your mitochondria function, and 2, increase the number of mitochondria that you have, which will in turn give you more and more energy. Scientists say that a species' ability to survive is directly related to its ability to maintain its mitochondria function. So let's dive in. The number 1 tip when it comes to increasing the function of your mitochondria is quality nutrients. If you're eating foods that are grown conventionally, they're going to contain pesticides, and pesticides destroy mitochondrial function. So you want to focus on organic fruits and vegetables, grass-fed beef, because if you're eating beef that's not grass-fed and grass-finished, then that means the animals are also eating foods that are full of pesticides. And then you want to make sure that you're eliminating refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates are foods that are high in sugar and low in nutrients. Those foods also decrease mitochondrial function. So the quality of your food is super important to increasing the efficiency of your mitochondria and improving your energy. The second thing that is going to improve mitochondrial function is actually time-restricted feeding. You've heard of fasting. Fasting creates a process called autophagy. Autophagy is a process where the cells don't have enough energy coming in from what you're eating, so they begin to eat the proteins within the cells. Those proteins are usually bad older cells. So there's a process called mitophagy where the cells actually eat the old mitochondria or the dysfunctional mitochondria. And that is brought on through time-restricted feeding or fasting. I recommend 16 hours to go without eating and to eat within an 8-hour window. And if you really want to speed up autophagy and mitophagy, then you go once a month with a 24-hour fast. That will pretty much clean out your system and allow your body to produce more healthy mitochondria. An added benefit to eating grass-fed beef is the amino acid L-carnitine. L-carnitine is fundamental to increasing the efficiency of your mitochondria. So make sure you're getting enough quality protein on a daily basis. Typically, I recommend 1 gram per pound of body weight, especially as you get older because your body is less and less efficient at utilizing protein. So you need to eat a little bit more. After time-restricted feeding and eating quality nutrients, exercise is key to increasing mitochondrial function, but not just any exercise. In fact, if you do too much intense exercise, it actually destroys mitochondrial function. When I was an MMA fighter and a firefighter in my mid-30s, I was training intensely twice a day, every day, for over 4 years. And that led me to becoming the most unhealthy I've ever been in my life. In fact, I had no energy and I had no drive to do anything. My hormones were all disrupted, all because of too much intense training. So the proper way to train when it comes to increasing mitochondrial function is a little bit of intensity and a little bit of long, slow distance work. So what I recommend to my clients is 3 days of weight training where we're working at a higher intensity to build muscle, and then 2 to 3 days of zone 2 cardio, 30 to 45 minutes. This allows our body to adapt to the signal that we're sending on that day, and the zone 2 cardio increases the number of mitochondria that you have along with your blood capillary levels, which will increase the oxygen spread in your body. Breath work allows your body to circulate more oxygen and sends a signal to your brain that you're safe and that you can rest. Meditation, which is a little different than breath work, allows your brain waves to go from beta to alpha to theta. This change in brain waves makes your body more coherent. When your body is in beta brainwaves too long or stressed out, your body becomes incoherent, and this leads to disease. So you want to make sure that you're bookending your workouts with either breath work or meditation so you can go from fight or flight straight into rest and recovery. Speaking of recovery, sleep is a huge component when it comes to increasing mitochondrial function. In fact, our brain uses 70% of that ATP that we produce on a daily basis. So we need tons of mitochondria in the brain. What happens is, if we don't get enough sleep, we develop something called neural waste, where our brains get clogged up and gooked up with the waste from our thinking processes. Sleep actually cleans it out. Another reason to prioritize your sleep when it comes to mitochondria is your circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm is fundamental to your body working properly. In order for your mitochondria to work properly, you need to get up with the sun and go to bed when it's dark. Because we have all these lights and stimulants at night, we end up staying up later and later, and we don't get enough sleep. And this leads to not only our circadian rhythm getting disrupted, but it also leads to damaged mitochondria. So as you can see, there are many different levels to damaged mitochondria, from stress to not getting enough sleep, to not exercising properly, to eating too much food and then eating the wrong foods. All of these things create more damage to the mitochondria, which leads to less and less energy as we age. So I've given you all this information you need to improve your mitochondria, but I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do in order to put it into play today. Number one, go to bed early. Prioritize your sleep. Make sure you go to bed an hour before you actually want to go to sleep so you can get those 7 to 8 hours and clear out that neural waste. Number two, work out in a fasted state in the morning and do the proper workout when it comes to the day of the week, either weight training or long, slow cardio. That fasted cardio is going to make your mitochondria more efficient because they have to utilize energy in a fasted state. Now you've done your fasted cardio or your fasted weight training, I want you to finish your workout with some breath work and meditation. 5 minutes of deep breathing and 5 minutes of sitting there thinking about nothing and relaxing. After you finish your meditation, it's time to eat breakfast. I want you to break your fast with high quality protein. That can be pasture-raised eggs, grass-fed beef, or pasture-raised chicken. What you want to do is make sure that you're getting your first meal full of high quality protein and high quality nutrients. This is going to allow you to set the tone for the rest of the day, improving your mitochondria function and giving you more and more energy even as you age. It's not about doing one or two of these things once in a while. It's about applying all of them together in your life so that you can see increased energy over time. The more you do it, the better it's going to be. Now, as a bonus, I'm going to give you a couple things to avoid so that you can maintain better mitochondria function. Number one, alcohol. Now, I know it's socially acceptable and everybody likes it, but alcohol actually destroys mitochondria function. So limit alcohol, maybe 1 drink a week or maybe none, and this way you'll improve your mitochondria function long into your old age. Number two, statins. That's right. Those drugs that are prescribed for high cholesterol can actually destroy mitochondria function. So instead of taking statins for high cholesterol, increase your fiber intake. Your fiber intake will actually lower cholesterol naturally. Number three, over-the-counter medications like Tylenol, aspirin, and antibiotics can totally disrupt mitochondria function. As you get older, you have more pain, and people take pain medications. This is a double whammy when it comes to destroying energy and it comes to destroying mitochondrial function. If you're in a lot of pain, I suggest going to a physical therapist, finding out why you're in pain, and fixing the root of the problem instead of covering it with over-the-counter drugs. The fourth thing that's going to destroy mitochondrial function is toxic metals. So if you have fillings that are mercury-based, go to your dentist, get them removed, and get safer, healthier alternative fillings so that you can avoid being poisoned by toxic metals. When it comes to mitochondria, we can't stop the aging process. We are going to get older. Our mitochondria are going to get less and less efficient. But we can slow down this process immensely by following the tips that I've put in this video today. And hopefully we live long enough that science comes up with some breakthrough to improve our mitochondrial function even more than the tips I provided today, so we can live even longer and enjoy our lives fuller. I hope you guys got some value out of this video. I appreciate you staying here this long. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me the ways that you're going to improve your mitochondrial function, and let's live a long, healthy life together.